Hello friends, and welcome to another What I Eat in a Day pregnancy edition video. I am just about to start my second trimester and I am on the Specific Carbohydrate Diet, which has kept my ulcerative colitis in remission for 15 years. I'm about to go to the gym, so let's start the day. I always have 2 Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, and a vanilla almond RX bar. They are so good. Oh my goodness. They'll be 13 weeks tomorrow, and we just got our first ultrasound, and they look like they're breakdancing. We are just already so in love with baby burbs. Oh, gosh, I can't wait. Anyway, so I have switched up my workout routine from running 7 miles a day to now walking on the treadmill or outside for an hour. But since it's like 7 degrees outside, I'll be going to the gym today. Oh, by the way, we love our Bissell. It literally, we run it every night at 2 a.m. and it's tops. After the gym, I stopped by our local fishmonger and stocked up on some cod and some salmon and scallops for the next week. I just got back from the grocery store and I'm pretty hungry, so I'm just having a persimmon to hold me over as I fix lunch for Stina and I. Okay, now it is lunchtime. I am making cheesy scrambled eggs with Havarti cheese. So my main source of calcium is cheese, since on the Specific Carbohydrate Diet, you can't eat liquid dairy. So I'm having cheesy scramblers with 2 eggs and whole eggs because they are such a great source of folate and protein, both of which are super important when you're pregnant. And then I am gonna just wilt some kale in there, lots of kale. I love it. Give it to me. And then I'm telling you guys, we gotta bring back ants on a log. Does anybody else remember having that as a kid? Like celery with peanut butter and raisins? I loved it. And so I'm kind of bringing it back this pregnancy. So I'm putting some organic, natural, unsweetened, unsalted peanut butter in there. And then I add salt because it needs a little salt. And then I put dates. I chopped up some dates and did those instead of raisins. This is one of my all-time favorite snacks. Next, I'm gonna just wilt the kale, which I always do first because it really takes a long time. It takes probably, I'm not kidding, about 4 or 5 minutes. So I just put some salt in there, mix that around in some olive oil, and then add my eggs. For all my pregnant ladies out there, make sure you cook your eggs all the way through just for food safety. You know, we do not want any salmonella or anything like that. So cook those and then add literally like a quarter block of cheese. It is so good. I crave this every day. This is actually one of my pregnancy cravings, is cheesy scrambled eggs. But just look at that. It's more cheese than it is eggs, to be honest. And then I served it with a persimmon, which is my favorite fruit right now. Oh, if you've never had one, the taste is really unique and I can't even describe it. You just got to try one for yourself. And then of course some blueberries. So it's very well-rounded. I've got all the food groups, all the protein. My mouth is watering looking at this and it's delicious. I love it. I eat it a lot. So I have a few minutes by myself here. This is like one of the very, very rare days where Steven has to kind of work through lunch. So he'll be joining me in a few minutes, but yeah. Bless the Lord and these thy gifts which are much received. So this is one of my all-time favorite lunches right now. Let's dig in. Wow. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about just kind of how things have been going, because I have been blessed with a very easy pregnancy so far. Thank you, Lord. But to be honest, I've had 0 morning sickness, which I know is not the case for like 99% of women. But for whatever reason, I've felt great the entire pregnancy. And you know, I do get a little bit like lightheaded if I don't eat like as soon as I wake up. My husband and I used to do kind of, not intermittent fasting, that sounds terrible, but our first meal would be at like noon for lunch. Since I've become pregnant, I'm now eating breakfast, and so if I don't eat like as soon as I wake up, I get a little bit lightheaded, but it's not like nausea. It's just like I have hunger pains and I get lightheaded. So this is so good. But yeah, but other than that, my real only symptom has been that I get really tired at like 7:30 at night, and I just want to get into bed, be cozy, turn on a movie, and like fall asleep early. But I haven't had terrible acne. And I've also had no food aversions, which is very strange. A lot of women, all of a sudden, they just like hate one of their favorite foods. And I think because I've expanded my diet to be, you know, I'm including meat and beef and chicken and pork and lamb and bacon, and now I'm introducing cheese and all of these amazing foods, beans, all of these amazing foods that until now I haven't experienced for, you know, 15 years. I'm like, there aren't food aversions. It's like I am trying everything. I'm having so much fun. I'm having a freaking blast. And so I really haven't had any food aversions, which again, I'm very grateful for. Let's see. Let's talk about weight gain. So, as I told you, since the honeymoon, I've been on a journey of gaining some healthy weight because I knew that for maximum fertility purposes, I would need to put on some weight. I was too slight at the wedding. And so I've been, you know, eating more protein, eating more healthy fats, just trying to consciously put on some healthy weight in a, you know, kind of slow, steady Eddie way. And so that has been really beneficial. Obviously, we were able to conceive, but it's been not hard. I've definitely embraced my changing body, but that's the truth. My body has changed. I'm not showing yet. I'm 13 weeks today. There's kind of like this no man's land of pregnancy where you don't look pregnant, you just look thick. And that's kind of where I am. You know, my jeans don't fit anymore. Pregnancy jeans are big. You know, I'm wearing them now and they are so amazing. They're just great to wear, but I don't really need to be in them, so to say. Like I could, like if I just went up a size in jeans, I'd be fine, but it's just more comfortable. But you know, that's been something that I've had to adjust to is, you know, I have larger breasts. I have a larger rump. My hips are definitely getting wider. I used to be, you know, a ruler. That's what I would call my body type. And that's definitely changing. But honestly, I'm just embracing it because this is my journey to motherhood and my body needs to change in order to support life. And so I'm all for that. And it's kind of exciting. You know, I look and feel more womanly than I ever have. But you know, sizing out of your clothes is never fun, but also it's kind of exciting because I can't wait to like show a little baby bump and have that be a visible sign to people that, yeah, I'm expecting a child. This pregnancy so far, the first trimester has been, I just truly feel that God has just blessed me with a very easy time because, you know, I haven't really had any huge mood swings. I'm pretty steady Eddie. Maybe ask Steven that question. He might tell you something different. But for the most part, you know, there haven't been any like emotional outbursts or crying. I haven't cried this whole pregnancy. Well, maybe a couple times. But it's just been so joyful. And I really am just grateful for every single day. It's an answer to prayer. It's a dream come true. I will say, I have had some fear about going into an ulcerative colitis flare. Even though I've been in remission for 15 years, I still get nervous because, you know, for example, over Christmas, we were eating out a lot. You tell the restaurant you need XYZ and them to not add XYZ, and some do a great job and others don't. And sometimes you come home and you've got a big beach ball. And the thing about ulcerative colitis is that, yeah, the bloating and the discomfort and pain, that's like the initial outward sign immediately, but all of that is taking a toll on your body and causing like an inflamed inside that you can't see. And so I just have been very scared for, you know, a week or so that I was gonna go into a flare. And I've had to work through that, and I've really, you know, focused on eating meals at home now that, you know, I can control, to make sure that there's no gluten and all that stuff. But I've just really had to put this entire pregnancy in God's hands and say, Lord, I surrender this to you, and just trust that this is all his plan and it is all good, and I know that it is. I know that it is. So I've really put those fears to bed, and I'm just trusting, and yeah. And it's goodness. And yeah, so I'll be back for my favorite snack later. This is my favorite. Oh my goodness. Snack time. I'm making banana ice cream, but first, in order to make it, I am making some homemade almond milk in the Nutter, which N-U-T-R. We registered for this for our wedding, and this has been our absolute favorite thing. We use it literally every day. You get fresh almond milk in about 5 minutes, and there's no gums, there's no sugar. It's literally just almonds, water, sea salt, and cinnamon. Literally, since we've had this, I think we've saved about $1,000 in almond milk because the almond milk that I have to buy on the Specific Carb Diet is like $9 a bottle. So yeah, this has been a life changer. I will link it below. Okay, to make this ice cream, this is my favorite food. I make it every single day, and I crave it, and I look forward to it. So you need 1 banana, frozen, and then whatever frozen fruit you'd like. So I did mango, pineapple, and blueberries, but you can add whatever you like. Add that with some cinnamon, a huge dollop or 2 of peanut butter or almond butter, and then a splash of almond milk, coconut milk, whatever milk of your choice. We are still going with the peanut butter because peanut butter is life. Anyway, you just blend that up with some honey or whatever your sweetener of choice is. I've used stevia in the past, but it's not really agreeing with me this pregnancy. Anyway, it is super thick and ice cream-like. Just look at that. It becomes the consistency of beautiful soft serve ice cream. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I eat that. Some days I top it with a homemade keto granola. It is, my mouth is watering looking at this. Clearly, I love food and I'm having so much fun this pregnancy. Oh my gosh, please make this. Do yourself a favor. That is my favorite snack. I usually eat it for lunch every single day, but since I've been pregnant, I've been wanting to get more protein with like eggs and cheese because that's my main calcium source. So I switched it to a snack, but it is like ice cream in the afternoon. It is so good. And also I will put a link to this recipe on my blog in the description because it's one of my most popular recipes and for good reason. It's that good. It is dinner time and we are making keto pad thai with palmini hearts of palm linguine noodles. This is not sponsored, but we just recently discovered them. They are a grain-free noodle and they're kind of life-changing. So this entire recipe, it is refined sugar free, it is grain free, and it is totally specific carbohydrate diet friendly using some of these substitutions that I'm going to show you. So I'm dicing up a red bell pepper. I'm going to chop up a carrot. We're just adding all the veggies just to kind of beef this up because the sauce is so good. We want to stretch it as far as possible. We're doing some green onions, both the white and the ends, but I reserve the ends just for garnish, along with some chopped cashews. So these noodles are really delicious. They're made out of hearts of palm, and I just recently discovered them. They are specific carb diet friendly. They're actually really good, and Steven honestly can't tell the difference between these and rice noodles, which sounds crazy, but he stands by it. I think they're delicious. And of course, this would not be pad thai without plenty of garlic. So I'm just smashing some before I peel it. That makes it super easy. And then this garlic rocker, oh my gosh, this tool is revolutionary. I love it so much. It's my #1 kitchen tool. I will link it down below. It just, look at how easy that was. Bam. And it doesn't make your fingers smell like garlic. Okay, now for the sauce. So coconut aminos are a grain and gluten-free alternative to soy sauce. And so we are going to add some of that along with some honey. You can also use coconut sugar for this, but we just kind of prefer honey just for the antibacterial, all of the benefits of honey. And then we're going to use some tamarind paste. This we got at Whole Foods, and it is really good. It's kind of sweet and sour. And then some Thai chili powder, which is a substitution for sriracha, which unfortunately I cannot have. And then lots of peanut butter. You guys, peanut butter is my middle name. I am obsessed. Then you're gonna just give this all a little whisk. And this is so good. Oh my gosh. All right, so now we're just going to add the shrimp to the pan, and we're gonna cook this until it's fully cooked. And this little gadget here is a splatter guard, and it's so helpful to kind of contain all the oils if you're cooking, and it just, I'll link that below too because we use it every day. So then you're gonna take out the shrimp, add a little bit more oil, and now we're going to stir fry all the veggies. So we've got the garlic, we've got the peppers, the carrots, the green onions, and also add the green peas. And then you're gonna push everything to the side and add 3 eggs. And you're going to scramble those up kind of on their own so that you get some really good, nice chunks of egg in your pad thai. I always love that. It's like a nice little meaty little surprise. And then you are going to add back in your cooked shrimp and kind of combine that with everything, get the egg all nice incorporated. And now it is time for the hearts of palm noodles. I mean, look at those. Holy cow, they are so good. And then you're just gonna slather it with that gorgeous sauce and do your best to not spill. We really should be using a wok, but we do not have one right now. And you're just going to mix it all together. Holy cow, you guys, look at that sauce. Let's plate it up. There's something so special about pad thai because there's just a symphony of flavors. You've got the sweetness from the coconut sugar or the honey. You've got the sour from the tamarind. You've got the nutty from the peanut butter. You've got that savory umami from the coconut aminos. It's just, my mouth is watering. And then you've got all those slurpy noodles and the meaty shrimp and the buttery egg. It's just, there are so many flavors that just, when they all come together, it is like a party in your mouth. And then when you top it with green onions and a fresh bite of cilantro and some crunchy cashew nuts, it's truly something that, it's one of our favorite meals. We make this literally every week. And, you know, the noodles, they have been a godsend. I am so grateful for them. I will link them below. And for my husband's bowl, always the food innovator, he wanted to top his, in addition to all of the fun little, garnishes, he wanted to put a gorgeous sunny side up fried egg. He is the king of like the runny yolk, and sadly, because I am pregnant and how I mentioned before, we have to cook our yolk and our eggs all the way through. So as soon as I am not pregnant, I will be having this gorgeous fried egg on top. But oh my gosh, this meal is so delicious. Wow, just look at that. Look at all the colors, all the textures. This recipe will be going live on Beauty Beyond Bones, my blog, on Wednesday of this week. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to share this with you. It was truly something out of my dreams. Okay, enough beauty shots. It is time to take a bite. Mmm. This is so good. Oh my goodness.
Turn.
And Steven loved his, especially all of that gorgeous golden yolk that got all over everything. Holy cow, that looks amazing. Oh my gosh, that dinner was so delicious. And the really great thing about it is that because it uses those hearts of palm noodles and it uses honey as the sweetener and the coconut aminos for the soy sauce, you really don't feel bloated. You don't feel heavy. I mean, I feel like I could go work out right now. That's how and we ate that whole thing. Steven and I polished off that entire skillet of pad thai. My mouth is literally watering thinking about this dinner. That's really embarrassing, but it was really good. So it is now 8 o'clock. We had kind of a late dinner because we just got back from Utah yesterday. So we're still kind of on mountain time. So 2 hours earlier. But it's 8 o'clock and I'm kind of getting tired and getting ready to go to bed. I know, it's being pregnant for you. So I'm going to just do the last thing of the day, take my prenatal vitamin. This is not sponsored, but I take the Ritual prenatal vitamin just because I think they're easy to take and they have kind of a nice citrus flavor. So, but I do not like taking these during the day because it kind of make me a little queasy. So 2 of them down the hatch. Okay, well, gonna go put on a show, get in bed, and see you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this What I Eat in a Day. Second trimester. Oh, no. First trimester. Tomorrow is the beginning of the second trimester for me. I'm 13 weeks tomorrow. So, you know, I really prayed very hard when we found out that I would just get through the first trimester healthy and with a healthy baby. And God has provided. So, thank you, Lord. And tomorrow is the beginning of a very exciting next chapter in this pregnancy. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching this. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.